So, what's a fugue? Tina?
There's a subject that reoccurs throughout.
Subject that reoccurs throughout. Correct. How does a fugue start? Somebody else.
With just the subject.
With just the subject. What happens next? Somebody else?
Another voice gets the subject.
Another voice, which has a certain name. Those of you who have had 312, let me know what it is.
The answer.
The answer. You're disqualified from any further questions. Correct. Good job, Matt. No, great job. All right. What happens after the subject, then the answer? What comes next? Usually?
Another subject.
Another subject. Exactly. What key, pray tell, is the subject in? Tonic. Good answer. That's like saying, what do you want to be in your life? Happy? It's a good answer. What key is the answer itself? The dominant. Rarely, but sometimes. Subdominant. It's nice to have you here in person this year, Shelly.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
on Skype.
She Skyped in last
yeah.
time. She Skyped in on somebody else, somebody other's laptop. Yeah, she actually had the temerity to ask a question too. All the way from Vienna. Yeah. So we have subject in the tonic, answer in the dominant, and then the subject comes back in the tonic. And if you have a fourth voice, that's going to be in the dominant as well, or the subdominant. Most of the time, it's going to be in the dominant. And if you have a fifth voice, it will be in the dominant as well, so our subject as well. So back and forth each time coming in. And one last little bit of terminology. After the subject is done being its subject and the answer comes in, it doesn't just play the subject over again. It does something new that accompanies the subject, which we have a name for as well. Anybody remember? Greg? He's saying, oh crap, I know I knew this. Yeah.
I'm banned.
Joey? No? Christina?
Counter subject?
Yes, and if you answer it in the form of a question, you don't get any
Counter
extra
subject.
points. Counter subject, exactly right. Just like whispering. Yes, it's either right or wrong. It doesn't matter how loud you say it.
Yeah.
It is the counter subject. And that's this melody that's oftentimes will come back as well. So what we have here in this last movement is just gigantic fugue. So I'll start out and play all the way down to here, and then Scott comes in, and he takes over and does a bunch of stuff. And then I come in, and I'll play on top of him. So we have 3 expositions to this fugue before we get to the first contrasting section, which also has a name. This will be the last question on the quiz. Dan, do you remember? So we have the stuff where the subject and the answer are being worked on, and then we have other stuff in which we have new material that's utterly unrelated to the subject. It's new stuff. See, this is a ratification of my ability as a theory teacher. Episode. Good job, Brian. Is that what it took? Making you feel sorry for me? That's what it took to get the answer. Good. An episode. We'll have episodes back and forth. In this case here, they'll typically sound like this. So here's our fugue subject.
That's pretty long.
Everybody after me. Ready? No. It's a real long, intricate subject. It goes on and so forth. And then we have these interludes, these episodes. So he's got a little sequence going, imitation, and then all of a sudden the subject comes back. So you hear those contrasting episodes and so forth. And you'll also hear at the end of our work with the subject, we'll hear this thing where we sort of reach out and musically swat each other. Scott, how about we do it from 48?
A musical high five.
How about, does 46 work for you?
Yeah.
We're going to start, we give you a little bit where we take these chords in our right hand and we sort of throw them back and forth. 46, 3. So, Harpsichord Smackdown. WB 1061.